Hello everyone, this is Diane. I am working on some tags for my Raggedy Ann journals in this Tag Tuesday video. Welcome to Tag Tuesday. Welcome to my pretty pink cottage. And Tag Tuesday is sponsored, or not sponsored, hosted by Sherry Brown from Turquoise Streaming. And she has a hashtag, so you can just type in hashtag Tag Tuesday. And you can see all the other videos that feature making tags. And you can go to Sherry's shop. I will link her shop or her channel below, and you can find her Tag Tuesday videos, and she will have all the other participants in Tag Tuesday linked in her description. So, without any further ado, let's talk about the tags. I did a previous video of Raggedy Ann journal decorating, and I had started working on this tag. So I did the gluing. So if you didn't watch that video, I just took a shipping tag and I stamped a little polka dot stamp on there with the Distress Ink fossilized amber, and then I added some little scraps of fabric, which I use pinking shears to cut, and an illustration from the Raggedy Ann book. And I used my Pitt pen in the S small, I guess it stands for small, and just did a little stitch line around there, which kind of really holds everything together, I think. And I have these white buttons that I'm going to glue on. I put some red thread through there. I just need my glossy accents. I always have to unclog it. Ooh, look at that. Pulled that clog right out of there. Hopefully this will work. Nope. There. I felt the air going in there. Still not working. There we go. Sorry about that. One of the trials of glues. There are many trials with glues. But we couldn't do this without our glues, could we? I am going to be doing a video very soon about my favorite supplies for junk journaling. And I'm going to start with adhesives and the basics. So there, this tag is done after that glue dries. I love the bright colors. I love the patchy look to that. This one, I have everything picked out, so I'll just glue things down quickly. I do have two other tag designs that we are going to be working on. So in the background here, I use the same color of ink for every tag. I'm doing 3 tags, but a different background stamp, just because I like variety. But using the same color and using the black stitching and the same kind of design, like 3 fabric pieces, 3 buttons, and an image, kind of ties everything, keeps everything cohesive, so they can go in the same journal. If you like the cohesive look. Now, I guess I like the cohesive look with variety. Does that make sense? So that's why they have different backgrounds. I do the same kind of configuration from one signature to the next. The pages, the types of pages are all in the same order generally. in all the signatures of one journal, and I do like similar pockets, but sometimes the pockets vary. The images usually vary. So I do cohesive with variations. And doing it that way, doing a cohesive look, like doing the same sort of things in each signature, helps me do them more quickly, because I don't have to really think too hard about what I'm going to do on this page once I get the first signature done. But I like it that way. I mean, it's not that I'm doing it that way just so I can churn out journals, but I like the cohesion of knowing that this pocket is in this signature and there will be a similar pocket in the next signature. Although there's nothing wrong with randomness. I like random too. But this is just how I do it. So anyway, back to this tag. I used a bubble pattern stamp that I have. It's a clear acrylic stamp. I don't know who it came from. I don't have the original packaging. I think someone's mowing here. Sorry. Yeah, of course. Now he's gonna mow here. Sorry, guys. I couldn't get my lawnmower to work. It just kept stalling. So until I get that figured out, I asked a neighbor that I know, who's actually related to my daughter-in-law, if he would mow for me. He does mowing. He doesn't charge much. So he chose today, right now, while I'm videoing, to mow. I'm not going to complain though. Then I took, I don't want to put anything down in this spot of blue here. I took some vintage yarn that came from needlework sets that I bought at flea markets. I saved some of the yarn from those, and I just made a little tassel-y kind of tag pull there. So I'll do that with this also. And then the other one, the third one, has these lines that I stamped, and I'm going to use these fabric pieces. And I actually needed another small image a colorful image to put on this tag. So I looked at the Mrs. Coggs journal kit, which are some of the pages that I'm using, and I found a couple images that I liked that I could cut out. And I did 2 to a page in a smaller size. So I just cut those images out. And then I can either cut from these or use these 2 pieces as journal cards. So I will finish this one later. Now another design for a tag that I did yesterday, didn't complete, was I just took one of the smaller tags and glued on a book page. And then I took a scrap of fabric and border punched it, and I can glue that there. And from that digital paper doll set that I'm using, Raggedy Ann paper dolls, there were all these little random characters on those pages, so I cut him out and I can glue him there and ink around it and maybe embellish with these die cut flowers that I got in a swap. It wasn't a Happy Mail, it was an in-person swap with a local lady. And I showed that swap in a video. So yeah, that looks cute. So let's ink around that with red. Down. I already had cut it to the right shape. Oops, he needs to go behind. He was on the edge of the page. So he's perfect for peeking out here. Two more to make, so I can add this little guy with his balloon, and maybe this little Raggedy Ann and Andy, the same sort of design. So that's another design of tag that I can do. I have these little rickrack pieces that I cut with my Cricut, and I had them in my ephemera folder, so I can use them here too on these. So I will set these aside to finish because I want to make sure I get to the third design. This is using another one of Catherine Mauer's tag templates that she calls them, and this one is count to 5. So there are 5 elements. So I have my tag here, and the elements are 3 background pieces that will cover the background. So I have 1, 2, book page, 3, and that one I will trim to fit. And then you have 2 elements on top of the tag. She said a rectangular piece and then an embellishment piece. So it could be something like that or something like this rickrack. and then an embellishment. I think those two are a little bit too small together. This R could stand for Raggedy Ann, but I don't know if I like that because it's a bit grungy for my Raggedy Ann journals. But I thought about also, just instead of a rectangle, using this little girl. She could be a girl that owns, she could be Marcella, although Marcella is usually pictured with blonde hair. Or she could be a little doll, because Raggedy Ann encounters all kinds of dolls. And there is a policeman doll in the books. These are just digitals that I have. I'll try to remember to link the kit for those. And then that word, I think I'm going to use this. But I did want to let you know that her template involves more of a rectangular shape. I didn't rewatch the video. She may have some of her examples that use other kinds of shapes also, because as she always says, these templates are just a guideline. So I'm going to glue my pieces down. Mowing the yard right outside my window here in my craft room. And then this little snippet from a Raggedy Ann book. I'm trying to make sure I have the name Raggedy Ann in each book page piece that I use on my tags. It may get covered, but at least it's there. He may have moved on to another portion of the yard. For this, I'm just going to put my glue right on the tag, because I don't know, I wouldn't know where to put it on that piece of paper. I think it's really fun using Kathleen's templates. I think this is the third one I've done of hers. She has a lot of good ideas though, and she talks a lot about design. Now that would look cute too. He could be the embellishment for this. Let's do that. I think I like that. But I did want to use my, I stamped 3 of these. But I like that. We're going to go with it. I'm just going to ink around the edge of this. If you wanted to make a tag using this template, you don't have to cut straight lines. You could tear them. You could maybe even cut them at an angle. You just take the basic idea and then play around with it and see what you come up with. And I think it's nice to have templates for things. So I know a lot of people do idea books, which I don't really want to do, but I was thinking of doing what Kathleen does, and she has a folder or a pouch with different ideas for the tags, pockets, probably belly bands and whatnot. She uses just basic supplies, plain supplies, to make the template, and then you can look through your ideas, your idea folder or your idea book if you put them in a book, and say, oh yeah, I haven't done this in a while, if you really need some ideas while you're crafting, because sometimes we just get a dry spell and we just run out of ideas, or can't remember, or we do the same old thing all the time, and we want to remember some of the things we've done that we forgot about. So that's really cute, and I might sew around the edge of this once the glue is dry. That's really cute. I like it. Let's do another one. We've got lots of time. I will link Kathleen's channel underneath this video so you can go see her videos. I know you would enjoy them if you haven't already gone over there, because I've mentioned her a few times as I've done her tag templates before. I'm just feeling like this needs something else. I think because these pieces are small, and because this is a neutral background and a neutral paper here, I think it needs a little something. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this one, this is the rectangle piece, and this is the embellishment. And in this one, the figure is the embellishment, or the larger piece, and then the little rectangle is the embellishment. It doesn't matter what labels you give them as long as they look good, right? I don't know if Raggedy Ann has an adventure where she goes up in a balloon, but she does get tied to the tail of a kite. And she goes soaring into the sky. Well, we'll glue the pieces on and trim it and then see what we think. So I'll do this one first. There we go. Now, let's check this out. I would offset it. I think I like that. This is part of the colorful die cut shapes that my friend gave me when we did our swap. tags probably will not go in one journal. I'm making 2 journals, Raggedy Ann journals. So I just wanted several types of tags to go in them. So we have this one, this type. We've still got time. And I probably will sew all around these 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more work on this. It on there crooked, so I got glue on there, but I think these 2 will cover that up. Yep. Let's make sure we know what we're doing here. If you watched the previous Raggedy Ann video, I did some stamping on the plain white pages and was coloring them in with colored pencil. So I stayed up late coloring them, but it wasn't just to color them. I was Facebook messaging with a friend who lives in another state. So as long as she was up and messaging me, I just kept coloring. And then I finished the coloring and said, I need to go to bed. It was like 11:30. But I stay up that late a lot because I just don't sleep good. Don't sleep well. So those pages turned out really cute with the stamping and the coloring. And it took a long time to do all that coloring, but I really, really like how it turned out. So I will show you that, not in this video, because this video is all about tags. I'm not going to tie the yarn through these buttons in this video because that takes me a while sometimes, but you get the idea of what that will look like. I really like these tags. I just love tags, you know? I love tags. So now I'm just going to get another page out of this book. glue it to my tag. Might as well do two at once, right? I think he's gone on to the neighbor's yard. He does my neighbor's yard too. I hope that you see ideas on videos that you then kind of adapt to whatever project you're working on or whatever your style is. You could certainly make tags like this that don't have anything to do with Raggedy Ann or bright colors or fun and frolicky stuff. You can make these, use these same ideas and make something vintage or grungy or romantic and shabby chic. It would be fun to do a Tag Tuesday video, making like a tag template and making it in different styles. So maybe I'll do that one day, but so far I've just been making tags to go in a specific journal for the most part. So I make them all the same style, obviously. So I'll just take a little strip. That one's too short. And I like to use more solid, not a really patterned one like this for doing a border punch, because it shows up better on something. Now this is not solid, it has little X's, and that one has little dots, but they are so tiny that I treat it as more of a solid piece. I don't know what's going on with my batteries. It's flashing. The light is flashing, and I had started this video and just, you know, was only a minute or two into it and noticed that the light was flashing. So I stopped the video and changed the battery, and now it's flashing again. I looked at cameras at Amazon, Canon cameras, because that's what I have. What I'm used to, a Canon camera, and they are so expensive. I don't want to have to buy a new one, but it does have some issues that I think it's going to need to be replaced. I mean, I use this camera a lot, as you know, so it has had a lot of wear. I don't want to have to buy a new one. And I suppose I could learn to do my videos on my phone. I'm going to need a camera anyway, because I just like taking pictures with a digital camera and then having the card that you can take and get pictures printed. And I know you can do all that stuff online. I know that. I just like a camera instead of a phone. I would appreciate any suggestions. I have trouble getting my batteries out when I need to change the battery. Sometimes they pop out. I have to just open the thing up and they're supposed to just kind of pop out. There's a spring. But sometimes they will not pop out, and I cannot. Even if they pop out a tiny bit, I can't grab them and pull them out. So I shake the camera until the battery comes out far enough that I can pull it. And I know that's not good for the camera, but there is no other way for me to get the battery out. So it is definitely showing its age. I had this camera before I started making videos. So we are drawing near the end. Since the light is flashing and we're getting close to the 45-minute limit that my camera usually has, we're just gonna kind of arrange things, and I won't do all the inking and gluing. We'll just see what we're gonna do with it. I could use this cute little fella. And since I have this little clown guy, I think I will put a clown on another one. And I could also use this little Raggedy Ann and Andy. All of these were cut off of the digital paper doll set. The little extras that were on the page, but I think that's a little too small. So maybe I'll use that. Trying to pick this up and I couldn't get it. Can add a butterfly to this. Now that I've cut it that way, maybe I want it on this side. No, I guess it's fine over here. Yeah, I like that. I don't think I need to add a flower or anything here because the balloon up there is the extra embellishment. So I will glue these things down. I'll ink around the book page and then add some sort of a fiber or ribbon or something in there. And we have 3 designs of tags. Now these don't have anything to do with Raggedy Ann except for the book page, sorry. But the colors and the feel of them are great for a Raggedy Ann journal. They're cheery and playful, and they do have a nod to Raggedy Ann with the policeman. He could be the policeman doll, and just fun and cheery. So they would be fine in a Raggedy Ann journal. So I hope that you enjoyed this Tag Tuesday, and I hope that you are getting some ideas for making some tags, and I hope you're having a creative day today. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.